Hi guys, I'm back with another video. Today's video is going to be my reactions for NXT Vengeance Day 2023. Let's just get right into it. So the first thing is a singles match for the NXT North American Championship, Wesley versus Dijak. The winner of the singles match and still NXT North American Champion, Wesley. Now, this was a match that I expected to get wrong, but I actually got right. And if you want to know, I got 4 out of the 6 matches correct, which is pretty good in my opinion. The second match of the night is a tag team match for the NXT Tag Team Women's Championship. Katana Chance and Kaden Carter versus Fallon Henley and Kiana James. The winners of the tag team match and new women's NXT Women's Tag Team Champions, Fallon Henley and Kiana James. This is the match I thought I was going to get right, but I actually got wrong. The third thing is a 2 out of 3 falls match. Apollo Crews versus Carmelo Hayes. The winner of the 2 out of 3 falls match is Carmelo Hayes. This is a match I got wrong, but I thought the match was good, but I thought it could have been a little bit longer. It could have been a little bit longer, and it could have been more drawn out. But they just had Carmelo Hayes sweep Apollo Crews. That just made Apollo Crews look bad. But, I know what they're going for, and I'll get into it more later. The fourth thing is a fatal 4-way match for the NXT Tag Team Championships. The New Day, the champions, versus Gallius versus Pretty Deadly versus Chase U. The winners of the fatal 4-way match and new NXT Tag Team Champions are Gallius. They were one of my picks to win. Honestly, I thought the New Day was going to win, but I was happy with Gallius winning either way. I feel like the New Day did what they needed to do in NXT, because on SmackDown they weren't really doing anything, and I feel like they brought them over to NXT just for them to do something and to make an accomplishment of holding all 3 championships on all 3 brands. Now, where they go from there, I don't know if the New Day will be staying on NXT or if the New Day will be going back to Friday Night SmackDown. Hopefully they go back to Friday Night SmackDown, but I'm not too sure what they're going to do from there. The fifth thing is a triple threat match for the NXT Women's Championship. Roxanne Perez the champion versus Gigi Dolan and Jacy Jayne. The winner of the triple threat match and still Women's Champion, NXT Women's Champion, Roxanne Perez. This is not really a surprise to me. It's not a surprise at all. This is something that I predict a few weeks back, that Roxanne Perez was going to win this match. And the thing about it is, when Gigi Dolan and Jacy Jayne won that Battle Royal, the 20-woman Battle Royal, to become the number 1 contenders for the NXT Women's Championships, I said, you can't have 2 number 1 contenders, and you can't have 2 number 1 contenders try to win 1 championship. It doesn't work like that. And I suspected from there that Roxanne Perez was going to retain the championship. The real person who I really wanted to win the Rumble would be Indy Hartwell, but she didn't win. Hopefully, Roxanne's next challenger will either be Indy Hartwell or Cora Jade. Now, making Cora Jade the next challenger would be going back to a previous feud that already happened a few months ago, but I don't think it really matters. That was about their friendship. This is about the title. But I don't know. Let's see what happens. And the sixth thing is a steel cage match for the NXT Championship. Braun Breaker versus Grayson Waller. The winner of the steel cage match and still NXT champion Braun Breaker. I'm not surprised by this. I'm not surprised by Braun winning because I wanted Braun to win. And I didn't want that cocky bastard Grayson Waller champion. Nobody wanted his cocky ass to be champion. But I knew Braun is going to win. Now, the rumor, it's been out for a while, but they haven't really talked about it much since they've said it, but eventually it's going to happen. Braun Breaker will lose the NXT Championship and go to the main roster. Now, who will be... The thing about it is who's going to lose... Who's Braun Breaker losing the NXT Championship to? In my honest opinion, I think it's going to be his next challenger, and if you haven't watched the pay-per-view, then this is on you, but I think, and what I saw, is Carmelo Hayes will be the next challenger for Braun Breaker's NXT Championship, and honestly, I feel like how it's going to go down, I think Carmelo Hayes is going to be Braun Breaker for the NXT Championship. Now, this is just my prediction ahead of time. This is just my prediction, but I feel like that Carmelo Hayes will beat Braun Breaker for the NXT Championship, and Braun Breaker will move on from NXT, go to the main roster, and do what he needs to do there. Carmelo Hayes will be the NXT champion. Honestly, Carmelo Hayes could be champion for a little bit, but I think it's about time for him to move to the main roster too, because he is a two-time NXT North American champion, and I think he will want to be NXT champion for a little bit, but then I think they should move him to the main roster because I think he really is ready. He's put on a lot of great matches on NXT, and I think he's really ready to move on. Same thing with Braun Breaker. But my prediction is I think Carmelo Hayes will beat Braun Breaker for the championship whenever the next pay-per-view is. I'm not too sure what the next pay-per-view is. It could be NXT TakeOver, but that's a couple months away, so they might have another pay-per-view in between that, but that's my prediction. Carmelo Hayes becomes the next NXT champion. So, what was the match of the night? The match of the night for me was the steel cage match for the NXT championship. What was the underdog match of the night? The underdog match of the night for me is the Fatal 4-Way match for the NXT Tag Team Championships. Honestly, I thought it was a good match. You know, it's one of those matches that I like because there's a lot of carnage, a lot of stuff happens. It's really fast-paced, and anything can happen because there's no disqualifications in this match. What is my honorable mentions? This is a toughie for honorable mentions. Really tough. I got 3. Yeah, no, I got 4 to choose from. I got 4. It's really hard to do this under honorable mentions, but I think my honorable mentions have to be 2 matches, and that's the 2 out of 3 falls match and the triple threat match for the NXT Women's Championship. Honestly, I thought the 2 out of 3 falls match could have been better, but it was still a good match. Carmel Hayes and Apollo Crews put on a show. It was a great match. The triple threat match for the NXT Women's Championship was a good match. I think they put on a good story between Gigi Dolan and JC Jane, because technically they are a tag team, but they were going after one championship, and I think eventually one of them is going to turn each other for real. But, those were my predictions for NXT Vengeance Day 2023. Please post a comment. What were your predictions and reactions for NXT Vengeance Day 2023? And if you guys like this video, please like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace, period.